Brian.
And Elizabeth.
We're walking the Camino de Santiago.
We hope you'll join us on our journey
to the end of the earth. All right, we are on our way from Orisson to Roncesvalles. It's a beautiful day. Not really any clouds in the sky. All just contrails from planes, really. Interesting. So we cross into Spain today. We'll leave France, enter Spain, and it should be a beautiful day. I think this is a familiar scene on the Camino. Looking ahead, just seeing lines of pilgrims ahead of you. We met all of them last night at dinner. After dinner, everybody did a round of saying their name, where they're from, and why they're walking the Camino. So we had actually quite a few Americans, right? Yeah, quite a few Americans one from Texas, two from Minnesota, Iowa, Idaho, Ohio, I think. Ohio. I think that might have been it for the United States. Germany and Netherlands, Holland, and France, Korea, Taiwan. Probably missing something in there, but anyway, so a lot of different nationalities there, so that was fun. Dinner was awesome. And we had breakfast at Orisson this morning, and we're going uphill, but we got a really good pace going. 3 miles an hour up this pretty massive incline. It's probably hard to tell on camera, but it's a nice climb. All right, we are at 900 meters per the sign there. I guess this is part of the GR65 Bois du Play. Marker. Roncesvalles. Looks like people, so one of the traditions on the Camino is to bring a rock from home, and there's I think it's called Alto de Perdón, is where traditionally you put the rock and say some prayers or wishes or whatever. But it looks like somebody has they've started a pile here as well, and people marking rocks with where they've come from and dates and whatnot.
So what I've done so far, you can't really tell the steepness of it because I've never stepped on it. But these Pyrenees mountains are no joke. That's where we're going. Up and around. We started in Orisson this morning, and we are heading to Roncesvalles. And I'll keep you posted along the way.
this is like a wall for protection up in the mountain if you need it. Statue of Mary. In the distance there, you can see some mountain peaks that still have snow on them. I suspect they're still part of the Pyrenees, but just higher elevation. Tried this yesterday when the weather was a little worse and it rained afternoon. We've been quite nasty up here during that. We've got clear blue skies and it's pretty cold and windy. It's beautiful up here though. This is where we go off the path, off the road here. Take a trail. So Roncesvalles. Go up through a pass right up there, I guess. how windy it is.
This wind is insane. It is gorgeous up here. This is going off-road to Roncesvalles. Go up through the hillside, mountainside. So, wish us luck. Here goes nothing.
Markers for Camino. So now we're still on the path. And right up here is the Spanish-French border. So let's go take a look. We'll stay to the right, going to Roncesvalles.
I came from back there. This lets us know we're still going the right way. And up here where Brian is the Spanish-French border. So I'm about to leave France and enter Spain. So it's pretty cool. It's been a good journey thus far. If you look, that yellow arrow tells us that we are on the way on the Camino. Here we go. We are entering Spain. Thanks for coming along on the journey. You're in Spain.
False alarm. Oh, this is cool. The border is actually up here. Wasn't back there. St. James de Compostela. It's like the border right up here. Take a pack off, Rick.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Day rolling. Alright, so this is the Spanish-French border. May actually be up here a little bit even further based on the dot on that map. We're getting close. A gentleman has stepped into this grate and didn't watch his footing, and his foot went right through the cattle guard and he fell in, and his knee then jammed into it, and I think he's going to be okay. He's ahead of us, but it's kind of scary to almost have an injury like that, because we're kind of remote out here. I mean, it's not like wilderness like I do in, you know, out in Yellowstone or out in Wyoming and rivers and whatnot, but still it would take a bit to get him out of here if he was hurt, but luckily he's able to walk out. He's just scraped up a little bit, kind of muddy. Entering Navarra, which is on the Spanish side. I don't think I've ever walked across borders before. Heading to Roncesvalles. So you can actually tell we're in Spain now, because it's spelled differently, Roncesvalles, versus on the French side is Roncesvalles. We are now in Spain, and we will be in. And now we're starting to see the our Camino arrows a lot more. So I think maybe they mark it a little bit better in Spain. And so we will be in Spain for the rest of our Camino to Santiago and then to Finesterre. Wow, there's markers everywhere now.
Now
All of a sudden,
we are on the Camino.
yeah, that's pretty cool. So, forgot when I was down there to get a video of the hut. We took a break in, ate a sandwich. It was a nice break from the wind. Nice place. Break. here. We can either go right or we can go left. One is longer, less steep. One is shorter, steeper. We haven't decided what we're doing yet. So right there is the municipal albergue, Roncesvalles. So we're heading down there. We decided to take the slightly longer route, but easier route. Basically following this road down versus the tough trail would go down through those woods, which I'm sure is pretty. But it's a dirt rocky trail, steep. We're down it a little bit, and so we can actually make better time on this. So even though this is a little longer, honestly we'll probably be quicker because we'd have to go really slow on the trail.
Alright, so that town right there is where we are headed. That is where the albergue is that we will be staying at. So we're almost there. We're taking this path. Thank you, Brian, for letting us do this, because this is not as steep and should be a lot more forgiving on my knees. But it is just absolutely gorgeous too.
Here is the municipal albergue. Hopefully they have 2 beds for us.
So today we walked from Orisson to Roncesvalles and made it to our albergue around, I think, 1:30 today. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what it looks like. So it's really pretty amazing. So here it is. It's got 3 floors. There's a church attached. A little courtyard. So now we're hanging out in town, having a good time with some new friends that we've made, and I'll be back to pick up my laundry in just a little bit.
So this is the front side of Roncesvalles albergue. Actually, a part of it's the albergue, a part of it's a hotel. There's a bar down there, and then there's Elizabeth, and then there's a restaurant there, Casa Sabina Osteria. So that's pretty much, that's all of Roncesvalles. Those basically 3, 4-ish, half a dozen buildings. All pilgrims here, pretty much. So big collecting area where everybody that either came from Orisson, where we stayed, or from St. John mostly. There were a couple of other albergues or hostels along the way, but they were pretty small. So most people either came from Orisson, where we stayed, or from straight from St. Jean Pied de Port. So yeah.